Om Asatu Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Avir Maidhi Rudro Yakti Dakshinamukam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. And evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. O peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are back to Shanti Gita on the chapter 5, and we have read verse number 1 to 4. What we have read, we read that Arjuna in this chapter is asking the very vital question that those who know God or those who have realized the truth, tell me, King Nishiddham, King Kartavyam, what are the do's and don'ts of a person of experience? We all have some duty, it is to be done, and we also have some forbidden thing I should not do. What about those bidang? Bidang means those who have bit, realized. So, King Kartabam, Bidam, Krishna, King Nishiddham. But what is forbidden? What is they should not do? Vishesha Lakshanam Tesha, what are the special signs? Vistarena Prakasha. Please let me know elaborately. Please tell me. And in response, in one word, the first response is given this way. Kartavyam ma upi akartavyam, the duties, do's and don'ts, responsibilities and non-responsibilities. Nosti, there is no such thing. For whom? Tattva Vidam, those people who are the knower of Tattva, the truth. Why? Why they will not? Simple formula. They are Kartaru. They are not Karta. Karta means the doer. I. We have I, ego sense. Naturally, we do our things, we have our understanding, I am doing. But these Brahmagyanis have no this little I. They don't identify with this little I. Therefore, they are Kartara. But they are Brahma Rupa. They feel I am Brahman. That is their understanding. Therefore, they are Nisheda and Vidhi Varjita. They are bereft of Nisheda, forbidden, or Vidhi, compulsory, you have to ordain. You are ordained to do that. You cannot put them into the category of those people who have body identity, like you and me. So we have our duties, we have our do's and don'ts for spiritual growth and development, no? But when you reach the culmination, what is your duty? What is your responsibility? Is there any such thing? Well, no, there is no such thing. And that's why sadhana, that's why you say, keep your mind in noble thoughts, no? Do good exercise, do pranayama, do concentration. These are do's. Any negative thought comes, try to drive away, try to see God everywhere. All these are for us. Don't do, that will distract your mind, that will digress your attention to worldly things more. So rather, these are do's and don'ts. But Brahmagyanis have no such compulsion and no such rules. Why? Even the Vedas, Veda Prabhu Navoitesha, Veda, we say our scriptures is our guideline. Vedas guide us. In Vedic culture, India, in those days, they are guided by the Vedic injunctions. Injunctions. But Veda is not Prabhu, is not master for these people who have realized the truth. No? Niyojano nishedhane. In niyojan, in the inclination, it's the Vedas do not control them, neither engage them in or not prohibit them from actions. That is there because they are like child, they are egoless. Those Vedas have no injunction on them. The ruling of the court ruling, there is laws. These laws are made for general people. But there is no law for a baby, 2 years, 1 year, 3 years. Is there any law? They did something wrong, they did something good, they should be punished, and that should not punish. All these things, they don't belong to them. So a Brahmagyani become like a child. They are so innocent, so pure. So for them, these rules don't apply. Why? Swayam Brahmo Sadananda. They feel that I am Swayam, I am Brahma. And they live in Sadananda. Sada means all the time Ananda, in the blissful state. Vishranta, that rest in that constant blessed condition. In the Paramatma, in the Supreme Self. We live in the Jivatman, individual soul. They live in the Paramatma, Supreme Atman. And therefore, no pravittir nivittir va shubhe va ashubhe tatha. Therefore, there is no inclination towards the present thing for them. They don't find, oh, I like this or I dislike this. So there is no pravitti inclination in the auspicious thing. We should have, because we as a student of spirituality, we have to inclination for good things, disinclination for things that drag us to the worldliness. No? For us. But for them, no, there is no such thing. So no pravittir, no navittir va shubhe va ashubhe tata. Phalam bhoga tatha karma na adehasya bhavet kachit. Who have no body identity. Adeho. Adeho mane? Deho is body. Adeho. They don't think I am the body. Adeho. That type of people never ever bhoga tatha karma. They don't enjoy the result of karma or they do perform any karma. Bhoga, phalam, bhoga. You did some good karma, people will praise you. That bhoga, they don't enjoy like that. As also, new karma I did, I will be achieving something greater. That also is not with them. So these are the two things happen, that means they're free soul, as we have read in the other areas in the Bhagavad Gita and other places. Now today we read the 5th verse, which says, Deho prano mano buddhi, Deho prano mano buddhi, chitta ahankaram indriyam, buddhi chitta ahankaram indriyam. Deha prano mano buddhi, Deha prano mano buddhi, chitta ahankaram indriyam, chitta ahankaram indriyam. Daivancha vasana chesta, Daivancha vasana chesta, Tadyogat karma sambhavet, Tadyogat karma sambhavet. So you can find in the computer these verses, so you can chant together also. So karma sambhavet, karma becomes possible. Karma sambhavet. For whom? Those who have deho, prana, mano, buddhi, this body, prana, the spiritual and the physical energy, prana, mano in the mind, and buddhi, and also ego, ahankaram, and indriyam, the senses, eyes, ears, etc. And in that they are connected, and we do work. For them, this deho, prana, mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankaram, and daivancha, vasana, chesta, those who have by their previous birth, they are connected with this and they have their past inclination. Vasana, desire is there. Chesta, effort is there. Tat because of that, the karma is possible. Karma is possible for a person who have the body, who have the pranic energy, living, alive, no? Those mind is functioning, the mind, whose intellect is working, who has a ego sense. So, and the sense organs are active. Karma is possible for that because you need hand, feet, eyes, ear, no? You need a mind to think. You have some ego sense, I will do this work. So, because of this combination, a karma is possible only for that person who have identification with these things. The children also do work, but we don't consider that work, and the child also don't feel himself, I did some work. Because they have no ego sense much developed. As the ego develops, the same child say, I did this, I went to school, to me, I did. So all I comes. And I work sense develops. But work sense cannot come to a person who is deha, body, prana, mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, indriyam. All these is a jogat, association with them, and association with this plus vasana. Vasana means the desire, something which prompts from our inner personality and pushes us. Vasana. And chesta, not only desire. Some people have a desire. I like to have this nice house. But no chesta, no effort. Where is the house can be available? How much is the price? Let us go and check it, whether it suits my purpose. That effort. The effort is necessary. So effort is necessary, desire is necessary. And then Daiva means ultimately you should be successful. God should provide you with some success. God's grace, Daiva means here, Daiva means God's grace. So these are all necessary for performing karma. How similar is with the Bhagavad Gita? What it says that pancha I'm not quoted it for a long time. Panchamam, iti panchamam. Udhishthanam. Now it has come now. It runs away. Udhishthanam. Tatha karta. Karanancha. Karanancha. Prithak vidham. We should memorize Gita, that's why. And to also repeat that. If we don't repeat the translation, I do that. Vadhishthanam tatha karta karunam chupitavinam vibidhascha prithak chesta and daivancha atra panchamam. Wow, exactly same. So this Gita says, Bhagavad Gita, as is popular Bhagavad Gita, it says, for accomplishment of some work, you need these five. What are Odhisthana means eye sense. Now, Odhisthana means a body. You should have a body. Disembodied person cannot build a house. Huh? He cannot write a letter. So first of all, you should have a body. The Odhisthana. Tatha Karta. There should be somebody I. Ego. Karta. Karanancha prithak vidam. The sense organs should be, the eyes should be there, hand there. All the sense organs should be there. And if someone hand, organ, everything is there, and have a desire to do, but don't do anything. So you have to make effort. Vividha means diverse. Vividhascha prithak chesta. Chesta means effort. Let me do this way. I fail. Okay, let me do the other way. It fails. Okay, let me do the other way. Vividhascha prithak chesta. And last is Daiva, God's grace. You do everything, but success ultimately depends on what God wills. If God's will is there, you may be successful. Many people trying, it does not happen. That's why we say, give it to God. After doing all this effort, you just surrender to God. So the same idea is being given here. More details. Deha, you should have a body. And he has elaborated more prana, vital energy. Mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. Ahankara means, they have said ahankara. Gita also says ahankara. And mano, buddhi, etc. means you should different instrument. And daiva means God's grace. And you should have vasana and chesta, desire and effort. Tad jogat karma sambhavet. If you have all these things, then only karma is possible. Is it okay? Do you agree? Otherwise, you cannot perform any work.
So desire, self-effort, and God's grace. What's else?
No, first of all, you should have some desire. Then to desire means you need a body. Otherwise, where you will desire? In this body you desire. That means you should have that desire, and behind there is ego. I desire this. So there will be ego, and then desire, and then sense organs should be there, eyes, ear, hand, feet, etc. to perform the action. And then effort, vividha chesta. According to Bhagavad Gita, 5. And according to here, deha, prana, mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, indriyam, daiva, vasana, chesta. That means 10. The same thing elaborated here in number 10. And that is synoptically in the original Bhagavad Gita, 5. So the same, if we understand. So karma sambhavet. Karma is possible because of all these things. But it is not possible that for a Jnani, because Jnani has no body identity, so he gets disconnected there. I, there is no I, it is God, I am servant of God or whatever. So they are like a child, they have a body, they have the senses, they do something, but they don't think they have done anything. Okay, that story that our Ramakrishna says in the Gospel, that the gopis and the Vyasa, they are on the bank of the Jamuna river, and they wanted to cross the Jamuna river. So Vyasa, they requested, oh Vyasa, we want to cross the river, please make something for us. No boat is available. So he said, I'm very hungry, please feed me something. So the gopis have there in their stock some yogurt. sweets all the time, milk. They are all milk cow grazing people, and they milk centered life. So all everything is milk products. So he ate to his heart's content. And after eating, he stood on the bank of the Jamuna and said, "Oh, Mother Jamuna, if I have not eaten anything, please make a way for us." And Mother Jamuna parted, and all of them walked through it. No? So, how it is possible? Because he has no body identity. The body fed, but not him. He is a Brahmajnani. That's why he says that karma sambhava. Though they do something, it is not their karma. Karma is when you have the ego sense, you have the desire, you have the willful effort for completion of the work. If you feel this way, you try that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. And also depend on God, no? For karma. But Brahmajnani has no karma because they think I am not the body at all. The fundamental point is disconnected. I am not this table. So if the table gets burned, what is that to me? Or it is polished and it looks shines better. What is that to me? It is a table. I am not. Similarly, the Brahmajnani says, this is not me, this is the body. So they separate out. So you cannot put them any duties, any kartabba, what is responsibility, do's and don'ts don't belong to them. So this is the fifth verse. So translation goes like this: action is possible only due to the association of the body, vital energy, mind, intellect, and chitta means the remembering faculty. You should remember what you did yesterday. You want to complete the work today, so you must have a memory of the past, and you have to start again. No, a person of Alzheimer person, and you give him to cook some food. What he does or she does, she does not know what he has given or what is already given or not given, and sometimes but totally it cannot remember. So remembering faculty is the chitta.
That's why we put a mark in the book because we can remember what pages.
Ah, true. So this is the remembering. We reading a book. Suppose you have read yesterday. How which page, how many things. No? How many people remember? Even if we ask yesterday's reading, so what we read yesterday, how many people will remember that? So you need a remembering factor there, and that makes you really efficient person in the world. But for this spiritual person, they don't want to remember this is me at all. They think I am Atman. They only remember one thing. They identify with that spiritual truth. So the action is possible only due to the association of the body, vital energy, mind, intellect, remembering faculty, ego, the sense organs, fate or God's grace, desire and effort. Huh? This is karma is possible for that. No, six verse. Jnani sarvam vicharena. Jnani sarvam vicharena. Nirasya jarabhutataha. Nirasya jarabhutataha. Sarupe Satchidanande Swarupe Satchidanande Vishranto Cha Advaya Tataha Vishrantascha Advaya Tataha Jnani Sarvam Vicharena Jnani Sarvam Vicharena Nirasya Jarabodhata Nirasya Jarabodhata Sarupe Satchidanande Sarupe Satchidanande Vishrantascha Advaya Tataha Vishrantascha Advaya Tataha. Now, the fifth verse says that only karma is possible for such people who have this identity. He feels that I am a body, he have a pranic energy, he have a buddhi, he have an intellect, he has a memory, he has this ego sense, no? Senses, sense organs, and desire and effort. All these, all these associated with all this, only work is possible, and also they depend on God. After doing something, they say it is God's hand. No? Now, Jnani, but what happens for a Jnani? The knower of truth. Jnani sarvam, everything, vichareno, by analysis, by this discernment, nirasya, they give up everything. Nirasya means, what is the nirasya means? Let me see what they have done. Nirasya, nirakrita আর কি Vichara, nirasya meaning having rejected. That means they reject. They reject what? Nirasya. Why reject? Jara bodhata. These are jara, matter. These are not conscious entity. So they give up identification with them, thinking bodhata. Bodha means intellectually? No. They realize, they have understood to the core of their depth that it is all matter. It is not the consciousness, it is matter. So what shall I do in the matter? Body is a matter, mind is matter. Because they only work when the consciousness is there. The robot works only when the supply of energy is there behind. Battery is there or whatever, electrical energy or whatever energy is there. So that consciousness, without consciousness, everything is jara. So Jnani, sarvam vicharana. Sarvam means everything in the universe. And we have talked about all the 10 points in the verse number 5. All these vicharana nirasya. They throw away, they renounce. Nirasya means renounce. Renounce what? All these jara bodhata. Understanding it is jara, matter. And what they do, not only this will not do, it is not jara, is not the point. But what? I am Vishrantu, they take rest. Their mind rests. Where? Satchidananda. In the Satchidananda, I am Satchidananda. See, two things goes on side by side. They experience that these are jara. What shall I do in jara? Matter. Totapuri. This world is, even after having this nirvikalpa samadhi, when he's coming down, he's saying, this is jara, this is matter. What shall I do with it? The body is jara. The body, stomach pain, excruciating. What shall I do with the body? I'll kill this body, destroy this body. So we enter into the Ganges water. Huh? So that means it is jara. They want to keep away, have no interest in keeping them associating with it, jara buddhi. But they live in the Satchidananda. They say, Vishranto, they rest. They fully become peaceful. As we rest after a whole day's work, when we rest, they also rest in Satchidananda. And Satchidananda Advaya Tataha. That is the Advaya, no two. That truth, which is Satchidananda, and which is Swarupe, which is my real nature. This Satchidananda is my real nature. Thinking this, they stay, they hold, they take rest in that Satchidananda within and renounce everything, jara bodhata. So if there is no connection at all and you renounce everything jara, Then where it comes the question of desire, where it will come the question of your effort, where you will be praying to God, oh, please fulfill my desire. Huh? If there is no desire, what is the question of fulfillment of desire? Hmm? So that is the reason the Gyanis don't fall into the category of karma. What a beautiful state that we have to understand that this Jnani state, the state of a devotee state, what a beautiful state that they are not dragged down by anything. Nothing can disturb their peace because they think this is unimportant. It is no, there is no interest in it. They don't find any interest in that. Only what is interesting is Satchidananda. And they think Satchidananda is my own. Swarupe. Swarupe Satchidanande Vishranta. They take total rest. How? Advayat Tata. That is the only non-dual, essential non-dual truth. Because of that, they rest in this and not in the jara matter. eh, That which is all momentary, all changeful, all in decay. That is the verse number 6. So the sixth verse translation goes, a person of wisdom, because of the knowledge of the inertness of the object, because any object we see, it is inert, it is jara, gives up everything through discernment, throws away everything. That's called the sannyasa, the monk. The Sanskrit word of the monk is called sannyasa. Sannyasa means one who can throw away everything. Everything in the material world, they throw away. Why they throw away? Because it is jara, it is matter. It is not consciousness. And by the knowledge of non-duality of existence, rests in his own essential nature, which is the existence, knowledge, and bliss. Satchidananda. So, because of the knowledge, this is very important, because of their wisdom or knowledge that everything is jara, jara means not conscious. Everything is dependent on the consciousness of Brahman. Therefore, this appeared to be conscious, so it is meaningless for me. So it is like this is Akbar, the beggar, the fakir. Fakir means a wandering monk, Sufi mystic. They are called fakir. Sufi monk, he went to the king Akbar. He was a very generous king, asking for some favor, maybe some money or something, material something. And when he went there, he was going to ask, but he saw that the Akbar is himself praying. Oh Allah, Qudat Allah, oh Lord, give me money, give me more land, more kingdom, more prowess and strength, so that I can extend. And then, listening to that prayer, the fakir, the monk, he turned his back and going away without asking anything. Then the Akbar asked, you came, you need something. Why are you going away? Then he said, I came to ask something, but I see that I'm a beggar in that way, no? But you are also a beggar. You are asking God, give me this. Why I shall ask you? I'll ask. So, because it is jara, engage myself in this jara and not get any joy, ultimate joy. So I detach. That's why Shankaracharya's কি বলে অষ্টকম্পা মনোবুদ্ধি অহংকার nirvana satakam. There it is said, I am not this, not this, not this. But who am I? Chidananda Rupa Shivoham. Shivoham. So I am Chidananda Rupa. And I am not this, and not this, and not this. Say same thing. So everything he with deep analysis, renouncing everything. Why renouncing? Because they are not conscious. They are dependent on the consciousness of Satchidananda consciousness. Therefore, it is worthless to find joy through that. So they give up and they remain in Satchidananda Swarupa. Remain Vishnu. Very beautiful word. They take full rest. They find full blissful mood by resting in that Satchidananda. Whenever they think, I am Satchidananda, wow, they go back to their own self. And in this world, they don't find any pleasure. That's why you go to Ramana Maharshi, you go to Ramakrishna, you go to Buddha, Krishna. They live in the world, but they don't find any much interest as ordinary people, ignorant people find in the material world. So 5 and 6 we have read now. Therefore, because of this, then how can we expect 7 verse that they will be doing any karma there? Again, this is because your question was karma. So how they will do any karma there? Therefore, 7 verse says, karma lesho bhavet nausya karma lesho bhavet nasya niskriyatmataya jatehe niskriyatmataya jatehe tasya eva phalabhoga syat tasya eva phalabhoga syat yena karma kritam bhavet yena karma kritam bhavet karmaleshu bhavet navasya karmaleshu bhavet nasya niskriyatmataya jatehe niskriyatmataya jatehe tasaiva phalabhogasyat tasaiva phalabhogasyat yena karma kritam bhavet yena karma kritam bhavet. So now karma lesha, les means even the trace of karma, not karma, even there is no trace of karma is possible now asya or this person. Who is the person? The Jnani, the knower of truth. Now also niskriya atmataya, because they don't do any karma, they live in their state of inaction. Inaction means they remain in Brahmajnana. Inaction, externally they remain in action, but their mind is totally steeped into the cosmic consciousness. Satchidananda. Now, so niskriya jate, because they are jati. Jati means sannyasi, monk. Oh yeah, I told, they are the renouncer. Jati means renouncer. So they have already said that Brahmajnana is the renounce the matter, material aspect.
Grammatically, Jyoti means full stop.
That also full stop, yeah. Jyoti has a different meaning, but Yoti also means sannyasi. So karma lesho, the trace of karma, bhavet no, cannot be there, pasyo, for this person, niskriyatma taya, because the essential nature is total actionlessness. In Brahma Jnana, there is no action. So this is the state of actionlessness. Jatehe, for the monk. A monk, a renouncer, she gives us the material part of it. like the swan gives us the water part, but drinks the milk part. Water and milk mixed together. The world is a mixture of jara and chetana. That's why it is called chit jara granthi. There is a knot of consciousness and matter. And this knot, you have to sever the knot by knowledge. So, karma lesho bhavednasa tasya eva phalabhoga. And if you think that this enjoyment due to this karma, where it will come from? There is no desire. There is a rejection of this world itself. So, why do you think that we will be involved into the result of it? Karma lesho, phalabhoga, sat, maybe, by whom? Karma kritam. He who performs some karma, then they can expect some result. This person has no karma because he does not desire anything. And he lives, rests in the Satchidananda. So how that person will have any karma? And if there is no karma, how the result will come? Huh? If there is no head, then where the headache will happen? If you say there is a headless person and he is suffering from headache, huh? It is impossible. So similarly, this imagination, he has no karma. So why there will be karma phala? That's why the question is called vicarious atonement, no? What is called vicarious? This God, Christ suffered the sins of others. That's why he suffered. Why he suffered? This question will come. If he is a God, why he suffers? Because he has no karma. We are saying all these things. The rest in the Satchidananda. But you see, he has been crucified. He has been given so much trouble for carrying the cross and this and that, all these things. No? It is because it is vicarious atonement. He is not suffering for himself. He has no karma. But he has imbibed the karma of others. Ramakrishna. It is said why he suffered cancer. Because he took the sin of Girish and other devotees. So when you take the karma, your body will suffer. But they don't suffer. That's why remember when Ramakrishna was there and Hari Maharaj said, no? He said that Sri Ramakrishna said, there's so much suffering, this going on. And then he bluntly said, no sir, you don't suffer. You are, and then Ramakrishna praised him. He said, rascal, good God, caught me in the right point.
I see that you are immersed in bliss.
Yeah, you are immersed in bliss. Next one. You are not suffering, you are immersed in bliss. So that is the point. But their body suffers because you are taking something in the body. So body will be suffering. So, but they don't suffer because they are separate from the body. Tasya phalabhoga. So the translation goes, since is essential nature of a Brahma Jnani is what? Actionlessness. They have nothing to do. That's why Gita said, I have nothing to do in the world. Oh Arjuna, still see, I am engaged for the good of the world. That is their weak point. The weak point of Buddha, Krishna, Christ, Rama is that they have no need for themselves. But they suffer for our suffering. How to show some direction to the people of the world who will follow their path for thousands and thousands of years. Say Krishna said, at least how many years? It will be pre-Christ, pre-Buddha. So pre-Buddha, say 2,500 years. At least Western scholars and Eastern scholars will fight on this point. Who gets more year or less year. But at least it is 5,000 year, 10,000 year, whatever. But this is so important, eternally true, even today. But so they suffer for our cause. We are reading the Bhagavad. There, you see, they come to give the energy to the good people, and people remember that, and still now people are thinking of Krishna, Rama, Buddha, Shankara, no? And getting the direction of life. So, therefore, the result of action in the form of enjoyment can belong only to the person by whom the action has been done beforehand. I have done some good karma, I can reap the result. No? But because they are actionless, there is no question of their enjoying something in the world or suffering because of something. So karma follow does not touch them. So I think now we have no question session. We can end here. 15 minutes are there. We can have the question. And let me end this reading. So we have read up to verse number 7. We'll start verse number 8 next day. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanam Astu. You have some question?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
saying that so Brahmanyani is like rejected, Jara, we call it
Jara,
but also at the same time, everything is nothing but consciousness.
Yeah, that is another stand.
So
After
then couldn't they just love everything?
yeah, that's why first you reject and go to the actionless state. And then you are talking about when they come down, then they see everything is Brahman. First you reject. Because there is difference. Mind says it's jada, matter, this is consciousness. Because one is transcending to that level. And now he rests in that consciousness aspect. And now when he's resting, conscience is gone totally in Satchidananda self. They don't see the jada anymore. They see this is all is Brahman. God everywhere. Only two state, that is the point. Two state of existence. Okay, so we'll now let us see the question any further. How do we identify a Jnani? Can he be identified? How can we identify a Jnani? Chapter 2. But it is very difficult. First of all, it is difficult. I would say it is difficult to identify a Jnani from outside behavior. I may pose that I am a Brahmajnani. I have no action. But that will not do. I may pose somewhere, but many people become in samadhi. But actually, if it is samadhi, what will be the sign? The sign is that you will radiate some spiritual energy around you. Brahmajnani cannot hide themselves to the people who are devoted people. A raw person coming who have no spirituality at all, they will not understand Ramana Maharshi, they will not understand Ramakrishna, Vivekananda. Too dull. But you have little sensitivity, you love God and you be with them for some time, you feel your energy level is high. You feel, even in their presence, you find joy, some peace. Where did it come from? You may not have to find any another source. Huh? Even Brahmagyanis, they call in the Yoga we heard that even they talk minor materialistic talk, but being in their presence, you feel uplifted. So that is one side, identified in this way. If we are sincere, if we go, we feel some sort of peace. Or Swami Shahananda Maharaj is here. So many people used to come. And maybe he's talking something, many things, he's making jokes and things. But when they go away, they used to feel some sort of peace. He asked one of the mother's disciple, Holy Mother's disciple, Swami Sharo Deshananda. He said, Maharaj, he was the head of our Delhi center. It's a big center. And many devotees come from the high officials in the federal government, secretary, deputy secretary, finance secretary, education secretary, top people who rule the whole India. So, and they sometimes somebody coming in such people of some such stature, and they come and they lost their son, their daughter, bereavement. It happens, no? And they come, what shall I do? I do not know what to talk to them, how to console them. Then Maharaj told him, you have done your spiritual practice from your childhood. When you are even going to the grade school, the inclination was there for God. He used to meditate even in the school days, 10th grade, 9th grade, going to the ashram, nearby ashram, and there is a temple. He used to help in the temple, and sometimes spend whole night in the temple. Didn't go back home. So that was his background. We came to know later on. But he said, whatever you have done, people come to you, they will feel that peace. You need not have to do anything. Only pray for them and be yourself. Be yourself. That will help them. So that is the point. To see a holy man, only what is the external. He may not be nice looking. He not be very cultured. He may be using words, may not be very sophisticated, or not that highly intellectual. But you go and stay sometime and listen to them, or don't talk even. If you have some element, you can feel some uplifted mood. Where did it come from? His association. I can tell you one story. When we are brahmacharis joined, we had the opportunity of one Swamiji, one monk was very highly spiritual person. So when he was there, I was very much drawn to him. So I used to spend, instead of studying and doing, I used to always try to follow how much I can be with him. And others used to be jealous about me for that. But anyhow, so, and also I used to think I am spending, and I could not get time for meditation. I get tired, no? Suppose you are working in your, we have heavy work, 7, 8, 9 years, hours work. And then in the college, in this, that. And then when he has some time, I running and maybe night 11 o'clock. After night 11 o'clock, I'll have to get up in the early morning because I'll have to open the shrine, the school, the teachers will come for their morning prayer, and I'll have to lead the music. So many things are, and then night 11 o'clock, and he may be in his mood and he's speaking something, maybe goes on midnight. Hi, and then I thought, oof, I am really spending my time. I could have meditated more. I am not getting time for meditation. I was really not feeling good because of that, not doing meditation. Now it happened after some time. The Swami had to go in another center to take responsibility of another center. So when he went, I thought I have my time. I don't go night 11 o'clock there or even in the morning time. I can spend that time for my meditation. And I got really good stretch of time. But I started meditation. Where is meditation? Mind is so distracted. Mind goes everywhere. Get frustrated. And that time I didn't do meditation. But we associated with him, be with him, walk with him, talk with him. And he, of course, will be talking about Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Vivekananda, which are not very much popular then. He was a researcher also. So all these things, new information, new thing, and uplifted spiritual things he used to say, and not only intellectual but spiritual. So I didn't understand. Then I said it was much better to walk with him. My mind was more peaceful, more uplifted. And now I am trying to meditate. My mind goes in mundane things. So that's the point. To understand the holy man, these are the signs that their presence will give us some sort of peace, comfort, feeling of fullness, like that. And absence, you can test yourself, difference between that.
But suppose if you become holier than him,
Then he will give the holiness. If you are holier than him, then that question does not come. Then who will go to you? If someone is holier, naturally others will go to him and they will feel uplifted. And our two holy men may be helping each other. That may also be. But that there will be two scientists are talking to each other. They will release their company more. They understand. Say, Swami Mahapurush Maharaj, Swami Shivananda is Swami Brahmananda. Swami Brahmananda passed away, and then Swami Shivananda is. We read that Shivananda memoirs. Then she said that, oh, I do not know whom to talk today nowadays about all these spiritual insights. No, there is nobody to talk, nobody to understand. If I tell somebody, he will not understand my experiences. So that is the thing. So if two spiritual people meet together, that's why it is thing to see. When Swami Premeshananda Maharaj was in Sargachi, that Swami Holy Mother's disciple who is very Go Forward book. You should read that Go Forward book.
Go forward.
That's the letters of that Swami. He's a Brahmajnani. And then came Vishuddhananda Maharaj. He became the president. Vishuddhananda Maharaj, Holy Mother's disciple. When they go and sitting side by side, maybe they are talking, they are not talking. Maybe both are silent for half an hour. But they are enjoying their company. It's a different level. I hear also some stories like that. Our Madhavananda Swami, such a spiritual person, and Shantananda Swami. They're sitting side by side, not talking to each other. Bharat Maharaj, Swami Abhayananda, this type of very highly evolved Swamis, when they're sitting, not that they will have to chit chat all the time, but both are sitting there silently, and hours pass. In Mayavati, I have heard. Mayavati is a beautiful place. Suppose today is full moon night, no? Or tomorrow will be the full moon.
Yeah.
So that full moon and snow peaks, high Himalayas. Oh, wonderful scene. And it's very cold also. But there is a glass window, and both the Swamis are sitting there. Hours and hours. And then about midnight or cross midnight, then one of the Swami Bharat Maharaj went to his room, and other Swami is sitting over there. But they so enjoy their company. That means they understand internally that joy and bliss they share. Anyhow, the second point. Can you discuss meaning of the word moha? Moha means what? Delusion. Moha is infatuation also, probably. So Maya, Moha. Moha means I got attached to something. I know it is not good, but I cannot come out. It is like a deep, what you call,
Addiction.
addiction. Example is, it is like Velcro is easy.
Velcro.
Velcro you can bring out, but you can do it makes noise. No, but will come out. But this moho will be, it is like glue, and our
Super
mind
glue.
on has glue,
Crazy glue.
crazy glue. Once you touch, bomb, God, it is a moha. But that means the delusion is such that it is very difficult to come out of that. It has stuck together. So that's why it needs more spiritual practice and detachment. Can you comment on the value of meditating on one's guru or the guru's form? You know, guru or earthly guru is the representative of our the God who is the goal. That's why probably you will find that in your meditation, your guru might have told you, think of your guru and then merge your guru in your ideal. If it is whatever maybe, when you think of Christ, merge yourself in the Christ. You first think of your guru, and that guru is merging into God. That means that way guru and God are same. But you can think of guru and meditate on them, but better to do guru's guru, guru's guru, guru. Real, the God is the eternal guru. So when you merge your guru into the eternal guru or your chosen ideal, Christ, Buddha, Rama, Krishna, Makali, Durga, Shiva, whatever aspect you think of that more. Then your guru is also included there. But some tradition are there, they pay more attention to guru, the person. But in our tradition, we give attention to not to guru. Of course, guru is guru, we respect and revere. And that's why, because he has given me mantra and showed me the path, I'm eternally indebted to him. But that guru is a representative of God. Otherwise, what happens? Guru cult comes.
Yeah.
My guru, your guru. Are your guru is also representing God. My guru is representing God. So why not think of God? And if first there is a process, you all know that you remember your guru, you offer your salutation, you do something like that. That's a guru puja. After that, merge the guru into God and then think of God. So not to think too much of guru, rather than guru, the ideal is eternal guru, we call God. That, see, if we read the mantras, Chaitanyam Shaswatam Nityam Bhumatitam Niranjanam Bindunadu Kalatitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So who is the Guru? Chaitanyam Shaswatam, eternal consciousness, Chaitanyam Shaswatam. Bhumatitam, beyond the space. Niranjanam, stainless. So all Brahman, quality of Brahman. Nira Bhumatitam Niranjanam. Bindu Nado Kala Utitam. Bindu is the dot. Om, the dot. Bindu Nada, the sound. Om. And Kala is parts. Kala means part. And so beyond that, beyond this Bindu, beyond this, that means you're talking about Brahman. That Brahman I salute. Tasmai Sri Gurave Namo. That Guru, not the Guru, the man. Guru the Satchidananda. Ultimately, even Guru Chaitanyam, Shashwatam, Chaitanyam, another is there. Chaitanyam, Shashwatam, Bhumati. Another verse is there. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam. That reality which is pervaded all over the world, all over the creation. Akhanda means unbroken. Akhanda Mandala Akaram. is akar in the form of infinite, no? Vyaptam, permeated everywhere. Characharam, this matter and moving, unmoving, characharam. Characharam, akhanda mandalakaram, vyaptam, yena characharam. Characharam, tat padam. My guru who has done this, tat padam darshitam. He has shown me that is your ultimate reality. I salute that guru. That means who is showing me God the absolute. I salute that guru. That means here guru, it is said if you must have to have guru and you must have your tremendous devotion to your guru. Otherwise the spiritual life no progress will happen. Otherwise you will have no trust in the words of the guru. If you don't have tremendous faith and love and reverence, so what he says, it will not make any dent in your mind. So therefore, think of Guru representing God is represented in the form of Guru. That Guru is better. But in some tradition, Guru Seva, Guru Puja is emphasized. But in our tradition, we say, think of more of your Ishta. Anything more?
No.
No more question. Good. We are all done then. Many people, even in same tradition, say Ramakrishna tradition, people may get confused. My guru, your guru, my guru is higher. Do you know when I got mantra? I get long back. My guru was that. You, okay, you are recent. You are that day. You are not that guru. Now people really sometimes get into the confusion of that. But it is not so. Where guru is that. Think of a guru who, when he gave you the mantra, he was not in ordinary consciousness. He is talking about God and only showing you the path and direction. That is Shakti, the power, is working through that person during that time. Think of that Murti, offer pranam, and then what he said, follow. Rather than fighting with my guru greater than your guru. For my personal life, yes, my guru is great because he has helped me to remove me my darkness, my ignorance. So I am ever grateful. But I need not have to compare with others. For me, in my personal life, personal sense, yes, my guru is my guru because he is the representative of Brahman. But need not have to say others guru is great or low because you are making a mistake. All guru shakti, it is the power. Example is given. Suppose the holy Ganga, its root is in high Himalayas. Gomukha. Gomukha is the glacier, only glacier. And there is a shape of cow's face. Go means cow, face is the mouth. You see from a distance, it will be a big cow's face as it were, and the water is streaming from that, like the tongue coming out. No? That's called Gomu. Oh, full glacier everywhere. That is so pure. That is the powerful Mother Ganga, who is purifying Ganga, we consider. No? Now it comes down, next step, to different levels from the high Himalayas to Gangotri, a little lower than that altitude. No? And then comes down to Uttarkasi, then comes to Rishikesh, then it comes to Benares, then goes to Calcutta. As it goes down, because it mixes with so much dust and dirt, people throw things and this and that. Ganga water looks little dirty. And in Calcutta, in certain period, you cannot touch that Ganga. But people go there in deep and thinking they are getting pure. From a scientific standpoint, people will say, "Oh my God, what they are doing." But mind it, whoever, wherever they take the Ganga and sprinkle, they feel, I am becoming pure. The potential power of purification of Ganga remains the same. Whether you touch in the Gangotri, the source, stainless, pure, like glass, no? So distilled, clean distilled water like that. Coming down to Benares with dirt and this, it looks little dirty. But the water has its potential power to take away our sin. So God is a powerful God, powerful illumined soul. And wherever in our life we get our Guru, that purifying agent, the purifying power is the same. Redemption power is the same in your mantra. So think of that. It does not pollute the Ganga. The strength of Ganga for purifying power is the same. So gurus are of that. But before you select your guru, you can think 100 times whether it is fit guru or not guru, whether his character is questionable or is really a good practicing person, and honesty is there, and he does not demand anything. He is not a money-making business. So all these things you can consider before. But after you once accept, Ramakrishna said, don't judge anymore. What he has said, just follow. No one is questioning again, question.
Yeah, because if you keep sitting, people will ask questions.
Okay. Is samadhi necessary for the knowledge of Brahman? If not, then how? Yes, the samadhi state is the Brahma Jnana state. A true language, yogic language called samadhi, and Vedanta will say Brahman, Atman identification. The same. When your total ego dissolves, that dissolves in the samadhi state. And that also happens, perfect annihilation of our ego sense goes in when I will be able to, I am that. Aham Brahmasmi. Thou art that. When that comes, that is the highest state. And there is the same. So, rather, when one is attaining Nirvikalpa Samadhi, he is becoming Brahmajnani. It's not too different. Okay? Thank you all. Jai Ma. We'll see you tomorrow in the gospel class. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Chacha. How long it takes for you to go home? And Ananta?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Yes. Yeah. Hard.
Yeah, but it's very worth it.
Maya, things are okay? So, so boy. Yeah.
More than that, I think.
That really you should come.
Oh, better take